tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Okay. Oh, how's it going? Sarah over here hurt her leg, so I'm just getting her fitted for her crutches. Do you know how to fit for crutches? Would you like to learn? Great. Well, let's get started. So, first we're going to start with the crutch height. So, if you know her height, which we just learned from her and from her chart, is that she's 5'9". So what we can do from there is just subtract 16 inches from that height and you'll get her crutch height. Another thing you could possibly do, if you're good at math, is multiply by 77%, and that'll be approximately around the crutch height. Fortunately, on these ones, you have a height already listed when you adjust right here. So we have it on 5'9" already. However, when doing that, you want to still make sure that you've got the correct fit, because oftentimes it's not correct, and if you just go with what this says, you may cause problems later on when she works on ambulation. So if we don't know her height, we can go and we can measure other things. So if she's sitting right here, we can do something where we abduct her arm here, abduct her arm over here, and then we're going to have this elbow flex at 90. If we measure along the back here, we're going to measure to the tips of her fingers and all the way across to her elbow. So we've got about 52 inches. So we would set up the crutch height for 52 inches on that side. Another way of doing it is if she's standing, which we don't exactly want her standing right now because she hurt her leg, you can measure from the axilla to 6 to 8 inches lateral to her heel. So we've got her set up already after taking her measurements, and now we're going to check out her fit. All right, one more thing for measuring. We want to measure the handpiece as well. So there's a couple different methods of doing this, one of which is to measure with her elbow extended here, arm by her side. We're going to measure from the floor of the axilla down to the wrist crease. Alternatively, we can measure from the heel of her foot up to the wrist crease, and that'll be the height of the handle. So now, are you ready for the fit? Okay, great. So to position her to get her ready for the fit, we're going to have the crutches be 2 inches lateral to the tip of her toes and 4 to 6 inches in front of it. So now that we got her position here, we want to make sure that there's about 2 inches between the rest and the floor of her axilla. So we can check that by using 2 fingers placed in there. So she's good there. Another thing we want to check for is her wrist needs to be straight right here, straight and neutral, and then from there we want to make sure that her elbow is at about approximately 20 to 25 degrees. So I'm just going to check with my goniometer real quick just to eyeball it. And she looks like she has a little bit too much elbow flexion. So like I said before, you can't always rely on just your measurements. When you do the fit, something could be wrong, and you just got to make adjustments from there. So I'm going to get her adjusted, and then we're going to be ready to ambulate. So Sarah's fit now, and she's walking a bit. Some basic crutch ambulation tips is to bring the crutches forward first, and then follow through with your leg. Now, other variations of ambulation are being covered in different videos. So we were just showing you the basic crutch ambulation, and after that, other videos will take care of the rest. As she gains confidence and strength in her ambulation, you may need to refit her because it may no longer fit anymore.